Close to $10 trillion annually is spent on global healthcare, yet upwards of 90% of the data that's generated from that $10 trillion spend is not utilized in any shape or form. Today, I had the opportunity to interview someone from Hippocrat, which is a Korean-based DeSci project aiming to change that. Hopefully you guys enjoy this interview. Let me know. Who are you and why are you here on this podcast right now?
All right. Thank you, Patrick, for inviting me today. I'm Justin, and I'm a head of growth at DeSci project called Hippocrat.
Hippocrat. I like the name of Hippocrat. What do you guys do in the space of DeSci?
All right. So our name, Hippocrat, I know it sounds weird, but it comes from the ancient Greek physician named Hippocrates. You're probably familiar with the Hippocrates manifesto, is it? Like, I will not let anyone die, something like that, right? I'm not a physician myself, so I don't have to address this, but I know Hippocrates is one of the most famous physicians in human history. So that's where our name comes from. So our main mission is to raise global health utilizing blockchain technology.
How are you guys a telehealth platform? What exactly are you guys doing to raise global health and make sure that nobody dies?
Yeah. So one thing is that so we are trying to create an ecosystem on the blockchain technology. But before that, you might misunderstand that we are only doing telehealth, telemedicine service, but that's only one part of the service that we're trying to build on top of our ecosystem. So Hippocrat is the name of the project that builds HPO SDK. So, what this SDK allows is it allows people to have the sovereignty over their own health data. So what that means is that we utilize blockchain technology and ZK knowledge proof technology to make sure that everyone truly owns their own health data and have true control over their health data.
I love that. That is something that we desperately need in the world right now. There's so many people that are just leeching off of everyone's data, and we know that data is the digital oil. Everything runs off of data online, and so if you're going to be a component in this digital world that we're creating, you need to have some level of sovereignty over your data. You did say HPO SDK. For everyone watching and even myself, could you give a little bit of an overview of what that is? What does it stand for? What is HPO SDK?
Oh yeah. So I would like to explain about SDK, but I did not answer your question on how we are going to raise the global health, right? So owning health data is one thing, but like what it has to do with the global health, where make sure that nobody dies. So in fact, one biggest problem in the current health data system is that all the data are siloed, meaning there are different centralized institutions holding your data, and when they hold it because of the compliance issue, they cannot utilize it. For example, you have your health data record, you have medical records, your blood sugar level records, and so on, whatnot, probably at your local hospital with your doctor. But then, if you want to utilize this data for, let's say, drug development, or even for yourself to have it to share with other healthcare providers, it's difficult because first, hospitals go through a compliance issue, and because your data holds such a personal information about yourself, like your name, your age, your gender, and so on, it's illegal to share it with other institutions. But with blockchain technology, here comes the HPO SDK. You can depersonalize, you can anonymize these important data to make sure it's okay to share with different institutions with full compliance issue. So
That's fantastic. I know, speaking from personal experience, anytime I've had to change healthcare providers or go from one doctor to another. It's a pain in the head having to like re-explain my entire life history just because the hospitals or even like a therapist or something can't just share the information with each other. So you're saying that Hippocrat is able to, thanks to zero knowledge proofs, where you can prove that you know information about a topic without actually sharing that information. Hippocrat is utilizing ZK rollups, I'm assuming, to be able to share this information for hospitals.
Oh yeah, definitely. One thing is that like 92%, more than like 90% of the health data in the world is not being utilized because of this compliance issue. And we believe that HPO SDK will be the solution for this and make sure that really unlock the potential of health data in general.
92%.
Yeah.
That's mind blowing. That's just, I did not expect it to be that high. That's like, I believe it though. There's so
Like
much.
somewhere between 92 and like 98, depending on the source. But it's it's very clear that this health data utilization issue is being it's being such a hassle for everyone, especially for individuals, for patients, because you should be able to get personalized healthcare, utilize all your precious data for yourself, not for anyone else. But what's happening is that those it's those institutions, they hold it. If they can utilize it, they utilize it for themselves to earn more money.
With that much data that's actually like there ready for someone to come in and utilize, someone to disrupt the status quo, like what was the initial spark or some of the background for how Hippocrat got started?
Yeah. So Hippocrat was a rebranded project from this project called Humanscape, which started around 7 years ago. And the founders at this time still saw the problem with the data not being utilized, this data being siloed, not being able to not be able to be used for the people, for themselves. So the mission has always been, uh, utilizing blockchain technology to unlock the potential to health data. Uh, so we've been on this track for a very long time, and we've been figuring out a way to realize this mission, and it took us some years to get there. And before that, before becoming Hippocrat, Humanscape focused more on the Web2 part of the healthcare and was able to get 90% of the market share in Korea regarding pregnancy solution, plus rare disease patient community. And that Web2 business has been expanding to global markets such as US and Indonesia as well. So that part is going well. And the current lead of the founder and the current lead of Hippocrat, he's called Hyunsub Choi, and he was one of the co-founders of Humanscape 7 years ago as well. So one of the three co-founders, and now Humanscape is a company with more than 100 employees right now. So that is going well. So I just want to point out that the founder of Hippocrat is the founder of Humanscape, which is one of the rare cases of the successful startup healthcare company in Korea.
Yeah,
So
it's not easy to start up a healthcare company, that's for
yeah,
sure.
so he, Hyunsub Choi, our lead, he has extensive network, both blockchain and healthcare. He himself is a developer, so he knows how to do blockchain stuff, which I don't. So it's quite
tough.
rare. It's quite rare background how our founder he's himself being a developer, being a successful entrepreneur in healthcare industry in Korea, has extensive network. Probably like the only one who can make this kind of project, happen and be successful.
Yeah, that's bullish. He sounds like a very competent founder. And so Humanscape still exists. And
Yeah.
now Humanscape has kind of had an off branch where
Yeah.
they're trying to utilize some of this ZK proof and the revolutionary technology that is blockchain to reach a more global market, correct?
Well, so Humanscape has, so from what happened is that we kind of branched off from the Humanscape, and Humanscape will probably focus more on the Web2 like they have always been, and Hippocrat will focus solely on Web3.
Nice. That's smart. That's smart.
Yeah.
That way they can stick to their bread and butter, and then you can go create a new version, a
Yeah.
new use case.
Yeah. So all those partnerships that we have, were, personal network that our founder built during his time as a healthcare company entrepreneur. And we still have access to all that. Which is
Yeah,
great.
that's the benefit of having the same founder, right? You get to just tap immediately into the personal network. What are some of these key partnerships that you guys have had with Hippocrat that have kind of helped you get here and establish a market share?
We have many partnerships. Just to list out some significant ones. We're listed on Upbit, which is the Korea's number one centralized exchange. If you go to CoinMarketCap, it's probably listed like ranked number 5 right now, global share. So Korea is really big in cryptocurrency. We're like one of the first one to adapt blockchain technology into our daily life.
That's awesome.
Korean
I got to
people,
take a trip out to Korea then. I
yeah,
gotta go see this.
Korean people are like very very hyped with cryptocurrency in general. Anyways, yeah, so we're listed on Upbit, which is unusual. It's hard to list there. It's the listing conditions are very very strict.
Yeah.
I'd like to mention Saluscare, which is the health checkup company in Korea. Their clients are mainly companies and institutions. So they provide health checkup service to company employees, and it's the biggest one in Korea. So through this source, we're expecting more than 100K cases of data a monthly. So it's a lot when it's accumulated. Yeah.
That's a huge partnership to have landed. You get
Yes.
an immediate source of
Yeah.
users of a solid basis to kind of build
Yeah.
the whole platform off of.
Yeah.
I'm curious, would then you take the data that they all have and you kind of allocate it towards researchers? Who is using all of this data?
Yes. So let me briefly talk about HPO SDK technology. So right. So there are phases of technology that we're developing right now, and what we have developed successfully is the DID solution. So what it is you're able to create your DID through our SDK and be able to encrypt data into hash key and record it on blockchain. So what we're doing right now, I think it's going to be deployed either this month or next month. We're working very close with Saluscare right now and trying to successfully create DID for Saluscare users and encrypt their data and recording on the blockchain. That's what we're focusing right now. So soon we'll probably be able to share actual transactions on blockchain. Hopefully we'll see more than 100K transactions on the blockchain regarding healthcare data. Yeah. So that's what we're planning right now.
That'd be awesome.
Let's talk about how it's going to happen. So in reality, it's going to be so Saluscare has their own application where their clients can view their health checkup data, right? Like your blood sugar level, blah blah blah. It's their own application, and we will send like a push alarm or notification on the application saying, hey, we're working with this partner called Hippocrat, and what they do is, through blockchain technology, you're able to truly own your data, and once you own your data, you'll be able to do this, blah 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 blah, and if they agree to it, Then the DID is created, and their data is recorded on the on the blockchain, the hash key. And then when it's recorded, encrypted, they'll be able to share with different entities they agreed to. So that's how it's going to happen.
Will those entities come to you guys and then send a request out through your platform?
That part we're still building on it, but most likely, yes, it will be like that.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah. So the entities will be data users. So insurance companies, pharma company, whoever needs, raw data.
Yeah.
But we're just intermediaries, and we actually do not hold any of the healthcare data. So all the data is being stored on users' DID. So
I like that.
Yeah.
I am a huge fan of the vision that you guys have here. This is something that, like, just being the intermediary is like often just frowned upon, like you're adding some level of friction, but in reality, what you guys are doing are facilitating a transaction of unutilized data that's just sitting there being wasted, honestly wasted energy, because you have to use energy to store it. And you're facilitating it to someone who wants the data, where previously in the current model, like the people who want that data, the insurance companies, the researchers, they will just come and take the data if it's even possible to take it. But you guys are making sure that the people who are providing that data are getting some level of compensation for what is theirs. It's theirs. And so you're giving them that self-sovereignty and then facilitating the transaction through your HPO token, correct?
Oh yeah. So incentives will be given out in the form of our own native token HPO. Yes. And of course the data users, if they want to access data, they'll have to pay in form of HPO as well, and that will be transferred to data owners.
Okay, that's awesome. So then whoever wants the data needs to acquire HPO tokens to use to gain access, and then it gets delivered to the people who provided it. That's a fantastic loop. I like that. Is there any kind of staking mechanism that is involved with it? Do you have to do holders or do providers of the data have to go stake their token? What are the tokenomics looking like here?
Oh yeah, so I do not think I have access to that part of the
Damn it.
utility yet.
That's all right. I had to shoot my shot.
Yes, we will keep providing updates on our social media, Twitter. So please stay tuned, and we'll share this information.
Everyone who's interested in what we've been talking about this far, everyone who's kind of piqued their attention a little bit, I will put all of the links to their socials and their website in the description. All I ask is that as you scroll down, please hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure you go follow them, because they're actually doing a lot of cool things. I saw recently on your Twitter, I think it was probably a week or two ago. By the time you guys are watching this, everyone at home, it'll probably have been a couple weeks, but you guys had just partnered with ResearchHub, correct?
Oh yes. Yeah.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
So what we're doing is we are doing a joint research project with ResearchHub, and so this is on the other side of the Hippocrat. So one side we're focusing on. So I told you Hippocrat is a project that builds HPO SDK, which allows data sovereignty for health data. So it builds the ecosystem, and on top of this ecosystem, we are building a telemedicine service, the first Web3 telemedicine service, and that's called HippoDoc. So with the efforts with ResearchHub, it's more towards launching the HippoDoc application in the global market. So you might ask, like, why telemedicine, right? But thing is that we understand that this is important. We understand that so one side is we can partner with institutions that already have databases, and like ask the institution to deliver, so acquire agreements from the individual data owner. So what we're doing with the SoluseCare, that's one way of approach onboarding health data on our data hub. But the other way will be asking individuals to upload their own data, right? But we understand that there isn't much motivation or incentives for you and I to just upload our data out of nowhere, right? In that sense, it would be like download our app and, I don't know, upload your data, share with whoever. But it's not concrete enough with that. And then the incentive is not it's not immediate. Like if you upload your data, you'll have to wait until the data users ask for your data, which might happen in a day or 2 days or a week or a month. So we do not think that's enough. It's not going to motivate people to actually start uploading their data on our
They
blockchain.
need instant gratification.
Yeah. So we were thinking of like immediate incentive, immediate use case, which is telemedicine. So again, with our telemedicine technology, with our telemedicine app, I told you we've been in a healthcare industry for 7 years now. So we have extensive network of doctors. So on our telemedicine app, you'll be able to, again, upload your medical records, your health data, or from whatever your wearables and all your precious data, and be able to receive more personalized diagnosis or more personalized consultation with any doctors in the world 24/7. So it's that's what and we believe this will be enough of motivation for people to start uploading their data on our blockchain, and again, just to grow our ecosystem bigger and bigger.
Yeah, it definitely gives them that satisfaction of an instant gratification, right? If they know that they can get on and immediately receive a service or compensation in some facet, that's well thought out. You keep saying your blockchain. Which blockchain is Hippocrat built on top of?
So our token is on ERC20, but because it was generated long time ago, and I cannot reveal the blockchain yet. I'm sorry, but please stay tuned and check our Twitter.
It keeps giving us teasers, you guys. Giving us teasers.
So a lot of this technology stuff, I'm afraid I'm not be able to explain much, but it's probably better to read it on a document than a verbal form. In my opinion.
Yeah,
we'll
definitely.
We'll share soon.
Okay.
So going back to the joint research, right? So the joint research is about aftercare, which is, all right, you do a surgery and you're home, and there might be some problem with the surgery, or you're just concerned, like your arm start hurting, but it's too much of a bother to go back to the hospital, get appointment and all that, right? So with the telemedicine service, it's easier to get quick consultation on even smallest concerns that you have regarding your body. So in that sense, in the perspective of aftercare, how telemedicine can be effective. On the other side, we believe that telemedicine can be effective in the perspective of triage service. So that's where our mission of raising the global health comes in, because we see that a lot of people on this earth do not have access to even that initial triage, triage service. They're hurting, but they're not sure of what to do. Even that wounds were the condition, and we know for a lot of people in this world, especially those in underserved areas, do not have that immediate access to doctor consultation even. So I live in Korea, and Korea is like one of the countries with the best medical service. There are doctors everywhere. If let's say I get a I get a common cold, very very mild symptom. I can just visit a doctor like 200 meters away from my house, and I'll get my appointment, in 1 hour if I have to wait long enough. Otherwise, like 10 minutes, I sit down and I go in. I don't even have to, reserve. I don't even have to call them before. But we know that it's not like this for, all the people in the world. So, that's why we are working on this. And, but we are not researcher group. Hippocrat is not researcher group with the scientists. We have doctors, we have, a blockchain developer, we have a normal developer, we have a healthcare entrepreneur, we have all that, but we do not have scientists, we do not have researchers. So we were looking for a way to really identify these underserved areas with and populations, and we talked with ResearchHub and decided to join research with them to do so. And what's great is that so in the perspective of DeSci, we really saw a huge significance there because we were connected with the researchers. Otherwise, we were probably not able to access to through the decentralized form of research. And the whole process was very smooth. We bought some RSC token and put up a bounty, and and we just came with RSC token. Everything was so smooth and well done, and
Yeah.
we're so satisfied with the current experience. The research is ongoing, and we are getting updates from our researchers every week or so, and we do upload them on our Twitter. So this is probably what you saw. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good to know that it's a smooth process. That's good. You get a little bit of insider information about ResearchHub here, even where the other side of things. I know most people watching here probably tried to do the bounties and like receive the tokens that you guys are offering up. So it's good to know that the entire process is very smooth. And I think you hit the nail on the head right there. With one of the main the main use case, the main ethos behind decentralized science is the ability to collaborate and network with people across the globe. So you guys have a really fascinating piece of technology here with a huge opportunity to gain a lot of good globally. You were missing one small piece of the pie. And then thanks to Web3, thanks to the internet, thanks to all of this exciting technology that we have, you were able to just go find that other piece of the puzzle and integrate it right in seamlessly. So it speaks to the entire mission of DeSci. And I love seeing the different players in the space, big players in the space, make collaborative partnerships to really grow and expand everyone involved.
Oh yeah. So I was actually quite amazed of how I saw a huge potential in a ResearchHub platform. Science seemed complicated. Science sounds complicated. It sounds sophisticated. It sounds far-fetched. It's not. I would never think I would be involved in science, right? But
Yep.
at the end of the day, it's about ResearchHub is really about individual researchers gathering together and collaborate and give an output. And I see that it can be utilized in many ways. For example, like a niche market research like that we have asked for. And I see a huge potential there. I believe that there could be more clients like us that would be interested in doing the same, asking for this similar solution for their problems.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a whole ocean of people.
Yeah. So talking more about the DeSci, again, you might say like, oh yeah, how is Hippocrat DeSci project, right?
No, never.
No, never. So DeSci is quite new thing, and So we didn't start as like, hey, we're gonna do a DeSci project, right? We did our own thing, several years back, and we just found out that, oh, what we've been doing, in the Web3, they've been calling it DeSci. So this
Mm.
we figured out the term, and that's how we got into the scene. And what I've saw was that until now, the DeSci was more focused on funding, decentralized funding part, which is important. What we did was decentralized funding as well. We funded our researchers in a decentralized, using decentralization technology, using RC token and all that. We believe it's important. It's very important. But speaking of science, you need funding, but you also need resources. You need data to work with. You need raw data to work with. And we saw that part was missing in the scene. It was only funding part that was being emphasized. So our data ecosystem that we were building, we believe that it's a solution for the part that's missing right now. It's about decentralized data sharing and data utilization. So we believe that through our technology and our service, we can really realize true decentralized science, where scientists are funded in a decentralized manner and have access to data in a decentralized manner. And, we will no longer be, limited by those centralized institutions.
You're preaching to the choir. I know everyone's gonna love that part. Everyone's gonna love that. Yeah, I think you're spot on with it. Again, and I almost liken data to even just a different form of currency, because it has value and it's liquid, and it's like everyone can think about it in a very similar manner. And so you're tapping into just another form of currency that's existing on the market, and it just happens to be a lot more data orientated. I'm very excited to see the progress that you guys have made, and then what you are continuing to push forward into. I know you have said you've got some pretty exciting things planned on your roadmap here. Are you able to share any of them with us?
Oh yeah, definitely. So again, Upbit is the number one exchange in Korea, but we understand that it's not so accessible to people who are outside of Korea. So we're planning a global centralized exchange listing, top tier. We're working with them. We're talking with them currently. Hopefully we'll be able to give out some concrete dates soon.
That's exciting.
Please stay tuned.
Every time I look up your token, every time I look into it, I'm like, damn it, I can't figure out where to buy this thing right now. So that's good. That's exciting.
Yeah. On the other hand, we're gonna do an airdrop event for those who are watching this video or will be watching this video. So please share that with your community and have early access to our token.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that. All the details, I will be sharing all of the details for that in my Discord. So make sure you guys are paying attention.
Yeah. So and the joint research is ongoing. Joint research to ResearchHub is ongoing, and it's probably gonna continue until August, September. And we'll keep on updating our community about how the research is going, how we're developing our telemedicine at HippoDoc, based off of the results of the, research. Because we understand that we need to tailor our telemedicine app to those people who are really in need. So, research is just a part of the process of developing our application. Yeah, and regarding Salus Care, I told you we are working with the biggest health check company in Korea, and expect over 100K data cases per month, and that we are currently working on that initial puzzle of providing DID and encrypting the data into hashes and uploading on blockchain. So hopefully we'll be able to, share this in our community and, actually show the transactions on blockchain. On the other hand, we are planning DeSci. We are hosting DeSci Seoul conference in September with ResearchHub. So in September, we have one of the biggest global crypto event in Korea called KBW. So it's going to be at the same time with KBW. It's going to be one of the side events. So we're gonna draw huge attention from all those crypto enthusiasts all over the world. So yeah,
You guys gonna invite me out there?
oh yeah, definitely, we'll invite you there. Yeah, again, we're planning that. We're working with many partners right now to host the event. We'll happy to share this soon on our social media as well. This is yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah, you guys, we covered a lot here, everyone. So make sure you guys go follow all of the socials for Hippocrat. Thank you, Justin. I really appreciate you taking the time. I know it was difficult for us both or mostly on me, to nail down a time that I was able to be here with you. But I really appreciate it. I know everyone watching this is definitely going to appreciate it. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what comes from Hippocrat, and I will definitely be attending the event in Seoul in September. So,
all right. I hope to get to meet you in person. It'll be exciting.
yeah, let's go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that discussion there with Justin. There was a lot of valuable information packed in there. And as he said, I'm doing a giveaway for people in my Discord. I will share that link here since you made it to the end of the video as well. So check the description now. Also, your time is your most valuable asset. So hopefully this was worth investing it into.